Well, guys, this is a big day today for the Appalachian channel and me. We're getting our temporary power pole transferred onto the main building. So they have brought quite a few pieces of equipment out because they were going to change out a transformer. They need a bigger transformer on that pole there. They need to change that out, but it being wet, it rained last night. They're afraid it's going to get a little soft in here, so they're going to wait till it dries up and come back and change the transformer. It'll work, but it needs a little bit bigger transformer. So yeah, they'll be back. But the big news today is we're going to get off of the temp pole that we've been on. That was the very first thing that we put on the property. And the temp pole was put in June 2023, and it's about time that we get off of that. And we're gonna go around here and check them out. I had to put Angel on the leash. She wanted to jump up on the workers. She's a very friendly dog. Ain't you, Angel? So yes, I love everybody, Daddy. So let's go check them out. And we're gonna go inside, and I'm gonna show you the inside progress. As soon as they get this done, we're going to have to switch some things over on the power. That was the first thing that got put on the property, was that temporary pole. So that's
But yeah, Ward's phone, it was hanging low, this one I must have got it for.
Put that light, move that light. Move it? Yeah, stick straight with it. Where's that? Oh, I see it up there.
this is what I've been living on, my temp pole. But they're here today, and they're changing it out.
You were right there, see it out. shiplap and one more time. More.
Let's make sure it fits first, because it's dark up there when I was measuring. Perfect. I gotta cut it that way. I just cut just for it.
Well, I was up there.
All right, guys, you just saw them transfer from my temporary power pole onto my building, but that was a week or so ago. I'm just now getting back to film the interior shots, and I'm going to show you the sheetrock, what's done so far, and then we're getting ready to go to North Carolina in the morning for a few more days. Then we'll be back, and then I'm going to be painting. So let's go inside and take a look and see what Tommy's got done so far. All right, guys, so we still have some sheetrock that's not been hung yet. There's only one guy working on the sheetrock by itself, so it's going very slow. I don't know how long we're into this project on the sheetrock. I'm thinking 6, 7 weeks. And this guy has got most of it hung and has started filling on it. Um, yeah, this is the kitchen. And you can see the green board, that's waterproof board. This is going to be a kitchen sink here. The wiring's for garbage disposal. These are for, I think this is a plug-in, light switches, plug-ins here. Got a double box. I'm not for sure what goes extra in that one. These are going to be for the lighting underneath the cabinets. And then over here, we've got electrical box for the refrigerator and water down there for the ice maker. And underneath here will be the tin that's corrugated sheet metal is what I call it. Then on the bottom parts, we're going to go with shiplap, wood shiplap. And that's going to change. We were going to use metal down here, but the metal sticks out. The corrugated sticks out so far, it's going to cause problems on the trim. So I'm just going to use shiplap, which will be the same thing that will go on the top ceiling up there. But I want metal underneath here, because that way if I need to get into anything in here, I can just pull those screws down and drop the metal. See, all my electrical and the water runs under the bedroom. So if this is all corrugated metal ceiling in here, very easy to take it back down if I need to run a new wire or fix a water leak or to check on anything. So this is the utility room, and washer and dryer go right over here. This will be a utility sink right here, plumbed in, and there's going to be a box built around this. I think there'll be a plug-in, looks like there, and a light switch. Got a little storage closet down here to put stuff under utility stuff. The vent will go out there for the dryer. And this is my hot water heater, and I'm hoping this weekend that Stacy's going to come and hook this up. The water for this, hook this up and get this going. And then here is my Jackery. I got a Jackery solar generator that came in. This is the transfer switch, and there's a review video of that coming out that you'll see real soon. That will be a power backup in case the power goes out. It will switch over from the solar generator, this transfer switch, and automatically power 3 of my breakers here. And so that's something that I'm gonna let Stacy, my contractor, wire up for me. And then you can see a lot of the utility components, everything kind of comes right here to the electrical. And then we got the central heat and air unit right here that's already installed. It's not hooked up yet. The power's not been turned on it yet, but it's close. So then over here we have the bathroom, which this will be the hallway, and there'll be barn door sliding doors that go here. Then in here also I'll have the shiplap wood all along these walls and the metal on the ceiling. We already have the, we got a vent fan, a nice dual vent fan here. I think it also heats and is a vent fan, so it should blow heat. There's our air conditioning duct that comes in. These are all air conditioning ducts up top. And then the shower is in. Everything's installed. Here's the water, which is not turned on, but we're going to hook that up, or Stacy will hopefully this weekend while Dustin and I are gone to North Carolina. And we've got a commode here that we're going to hook up and put right here. And temporarily, so that Dustin will have his own area here to use for the bathroom. Looks like we're going to have a plug-in here, switches here for the lights and maybe the heater, the heat fan. And then we're also going to have a plug-in in the closet. And this will be the closet. I'm not really for sure how we're going to finish that out or what type of door we'll put on there yet. Not worried about that too bad. These are the lights that will be in the garage. I'll have 3 of these LED lights to light the garage hanging from the top. And here's what's not been hung yet due to the fact that Tommy needs some help getting that sheetrock handed up to him there. So we have, oh, I don't know, 5 pieces maybe left to go. Then I'm gonna, all up through the side will be shiplap wood. Originally we were going on metal, but I've changed that to wood now. I think that's gonna be a lot easier for us to deal with. So here is the bedroom. And you know, this time, I think the last video the insulation wasn't in. So we have all the insulation in, the R19 on the walls, which all the walls, exterior walls are 2x6. The only 2x4 walls is actually this wall here and this half bathroom right here. So this will be my half bath. I'll have a commode and a sink, and we'll have a vent fan, and we'll have a vent over there that will go through the roof eventually once he gets to that. And this will all be wood, the shiplap wood ceiling also. And then around all the windows, we'll have that same trim of the shiplap trim. We'll take that pine boards and we'll cut them down and we'll trim all of this in. So yeah, it's coming along. All right, guys, I just sat down to take a break. You can see through my windows here, I've showed you that on the last video. This is one of the things I really like. I'll do a lot of editing here and be able to see out, especially as spring gets here and it gets pretty outside. But I appreciate all the comments, and leave a comment. Let me know what videos you like the best. Let me know which is your favorite of all my videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. So the comments really help all the videos. I have over 500 videos on there, by the way. So in the last 4 years, go on there and just on your TV and go to the Appalachian channel with John Ward and just hit play all and let them videos play all day long while you're in the house, and you'll see things that will pop up just all day long and get to see some fine Appalachian history and culture that I've documented over the past 5 years. So many fine people I have met. It's unbelievable that the people that I meet doing this is one of the most amazing things of doing this is how many people that I meet when I'm traveling, and the viewers and the people I document. And they're all wonderful, great people. Love you all. And I know there's going to be some people, well, John, how much are you going to have in this project? I really don't know at this point, but I'm going to give you a real close estimate. If you go to my playlist and on my YouTube channel, there's playlists, and there's like R.M. Brooks playlist, Greasy Holler Memories, and then there's probably 10, 15 playlists, and then you also have what's called Barndo Life playlist. And in that playlist, it has all the videos from when I bought this property 2 years ago almost, showing buying the property, grading the property, putting the temporary pole in, which I'm not using now. That's one of the first things that was put in. Now I'm disconnected from that. So progress, it shows the building of the building, the pouring of the concrete, the putting in the plumbing. There's about 10 or 12 videos that break down. And in that part, I'm going to think it says about $108,000 in the grading, the land, the exterior building. And now what am I going to have on the interior is going to be around $85,000 to $90,000. So it looks like I'm going to come in a little under $200,000 on the building. That's going to give me about, I'm going to think 790 square feet heated in here living space, maybe 800 square feet, and probably around 1,000 square foot in the garage for the motorhome. So I don't know what that turns out per square foot, but I came out okay considering building cost is so much more expensive now. Um, it will depend on what I buy my appliances on that price too. If I get really expensive refrigerator or stove, and I might have to wait on those things, so that will come along. But I know a lot of people's like, John, what do you have in that? And I get a lot of questions. John, can I build one of those barndominiums where I live? I have no clue because it's not always the same regulations, building regulations and codes for every place. Because first of all, you got I'm in a subdivision, and it is a restricted subdivision, which means you can only build certain things. So I did go to the guy that built this subdivision, put it in the early 70s, Lonnie Hatmaker, and I showed him and said, listen, this is what I want to build. You know, one of the restrictions was 1,200 square foot or more. Uh, you know, there's a lot of things like you cannot have farm animals and can't live in a motorhome or trailer on the property itself full time. You know, I was able to do that living inside the building because it was not on the outside, and that was during construction of this building. But so there's a lot of different restrictions just on your subdivision starting out. Now, they are unrestricted properties that won't have restrictions on it, but you have city codes, and restrictions, you have county codes, and you have state codes. So before you buy a piece of property that you want to put a barndominium on, make sure that you can build that barndominium on that property before you buy it, if that's what you're wanting to build. Make sure to do a lot of checking on the restrictions and the codes and get it approved before you even buy the property. Get it approved for what you're wanting to build. Now, a lot of you already own property, and if you own property, just check with your if it's in a subdivision and it's got restrictions, you got to start there and see if you can build what you're wanting to build, and make sure that the neighbors are not going to complain, or you're going to have people protesting or signing petitions against you. I found that in North Carolina and in Tennessee, it doesn't matter where you're at, there's certain restrictions everywhere on what you can and cannot build. And a lot of people buy property and then think they're going to build whatever they want to build on that property. It does not always happen that way. So make sure, you know, on your codes and what it says you can build before you actually buy that property. If you want to build a barndominium, is just a new style of more affordable living, especially if you need more space. Now, mine is a large space of storage, and it worked out good for me to build up what's called a post and frame structure, which is 6x6 post, and then the 2x6 beams run across and the metal run up and down on that. And I see a lot of people that's building houses and they're calling them barndominiums, and they're not true barndominiums. They do have the metal on the siding and the metal on the roof, but they're generally just what you would call farmhouse style. But a lot of people still will call those barndominiums, where I guess there's no true definition between a farmhouse with metal roof and metal siding than a barndominium. But to me, a barndominium is post frame, 6x6 post, and built from there. That if you're needing massive space, that's a lot cheaper. If you're not needing massive space and you're building more living space, you're going to just build regular 2x6 walls. Anyways, that's my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion. That's been my experience and my preferences in building this barndominium. I wanted something different. I didn't want a standard house, because I've lived in houses all my life, and nothing wrong with them. I just get bored easy, and I guess I'm just the type of guy that likes living in a barn. So, guys, I love you all. I appreciate y'all watching. Be praying for me. Be praying for my son Dustin, as he's still, struggling with recovery and trying to get back on his feet. I'm going to help him a little bit here and see what we can do to get him situated. He's going to help me a little bit here on the property with some videos. So y'all met him in that playlist series called Life on the Streets, where I'm filming about the homeless in Knoxville. So there'll be more of those coming up, more general stores, restaurants, things like that. If you have a restaurant here in East Tennessee or Northwest North Carolina, a restaurant, I'm looking for old restaurants that mom and pop owns it, run and operated by the owner, and they cook there, and nice, friendly atmosphere. I love documenting those places. If you know those places, leave it in a comment or email me. My email is in the description below. If it's not, leave me a comment and I'll put it in there. I forget, but it's John G. Ward 1472@gmail.com. If you need to contact me, email me and I'll get back to you on that. You can leave a message in the comments, but I don't always get time to read all the comments. So anyways, I'm trying to get back to you all as best I can on any questions. If you have any questions about the Barndominium, or if you'd like to come see the Barndominium at some time when you're coming through East Tennessee here in the fall, let me know. And if I'm here, you're welcome to stop in and see it. Maybe once I get it built, I'll have an open house and invite you all over to come, and maybe we'll grill some hot dogs or something. Who knows? But guys, I just want to say thanks to you all for watching, for the likes, the clicks, the comments. Everything that you do for the channel is a plus, and I really am blessed to have you all as viewers. I got some of the greatest viewers of any YouTube channel on YouTube. You're amazing. Love you all. I got to get back to work. Thank you for watching this episode of Barndo Life. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye-bye.